so here we go. It's time for our January pickups.
Yes.
Space year 2019. How close are we to 2020 now?
We're almost Robotron. We're almost at Robotron.
I was never any good at that.
I love Robotron.
Yeah, I was never any good at it. I get to like level 5 and then I just die religiously. Awesome. I loved it when I bought it to Xbox Live. I bought it on day 1. I thought, yeah, I'll keep up with Jason. No. Right, so start with this, the first purchase of the month. I've wanted this for since it was launched, which was, do you reckon, a year ago?
A couple of years ago.
Yeah. And I got the Figma Cerebrite version 2 model. This is awesome. I've been wanting this for like quite a while because I kept umming and ahhing when it first appeared in HLJ, and I prefer the Model 2 version. Just the outfit and everything is so much cooler. Managed to get it on eBay for a really good price. Let's start off cut digital downloads. First of all, I bought Skyforces Reloaded, which is pretty much, it's a very slow-paced shooter. Reminds me of a mobile game, like a mobile
it's
app.
very much that sort of... The thing I don't really like about it is the widescreenness.
Yeah, there's a big lot of space.
Yes,
to cover
there's
up.
too much space to actually, you know...
The only option missing, which I think would make that better, is to speed your ship up. But there is no option to speed your ship up. You can upgrade pretty much everything but the speed of your ship. You can get better different ships and all that. But I got that when it was an offer on... one of the gold weeks, and it's like £4.70 or something. And then the following week, Skyforce Anniversary came up, and that was only like £2.20. And Anniversary is a remake of the first one, but with nicer graphics.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It looks really nice, but it still plays kind of a bit.
It's got 9 levels. It's just basically old style mobile phone game.
I mean, I got it free on like PlayStation Plus, like I don't know, about a year ago or something, you know. But it's okay.
So basically, you got 9 levels. Each level has easy, hard, expert, and basically you fill 4 stars up when you play each level, each version of the level. You know, one is like no hit, one is rescue all the people, the other 2 are other stuff. Destroy all the ships, and something else which I don't remember. So basically, you fill all 4 stars up on say level 1, and that unlocks hard mode. You do the same again, but basically, when you get to hard mode, that's when you feel how wimpy your weapons are. So I just kept replaying levels, leveling up, buying the points to level up, making my guns bigger and better. And before you know it, 6 hours had passed and I just finally completed the first level in Expert, out onto level 2. But it was a good fun game, and for £2.79, it was alright. I enjoyed it. And what else did I buy this month? The CX. And I bought Dynamite Duke, because it's an okay game. One thing I like the most about this game, it's like shooting up the screen sort of game. Not like Dynamite Ducks. Ha!
Well, no, it's actually a third person behind the screen shooting like Operation Wolf style game, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's pretty cool, because when you're getting close you can like, punch them and so forth. And the boss battles are really good. The boss battles I felt were kind of like over long. But you get to levels when you're going along where you get to go in like little shops and stuff like that. And in the shops you kill all the bad guys on the shelves and stuff like that. And manage to get, well, not really upgrades, just life and stuff. And it's okay. I think it was a fun little game to play. It got rather hard near the end. I think it's about only 5 levels though. But for £12, CEX voucher, I thought give it a try. And I love it when you do this and people have left like these little things in there. Little crispy manuals and little adverts and so forth. And this is another one of the reasons I was like, I mean, did the guy print it out or did it come?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a comic because it's such a big size. It's like A3 or something, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, this sort of stuff, it's like, when you open them, oh yeah. What have we got? Oh, well, we have
Monaco Grand Prix.
Monaco Grand Prix Proster.
Proster?
Proster, yeah, Poster. Ultimate Mega Drive. I mean, this game looks like it was never actually touched before I fucking put it in my machine. And I love little knit outfits. Over the years, I've had so many things where I've got like people have written codes on pieces of paper
it's really cool.
and left it in there, and or I'm stuck on this level. How do I? The history of the game can be absolutely fantastic.
Although it can be really annoying when they do that actually on the instruction manual.
Because there's the last couple of pages are for your notes.
Yeah.
Just write a piece of paper. I have got some that's got them on there. And talk about those last. Got some Xbox One games. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. But basically, I'll tell you how I came about buying Xbox One games. Is I purchased earlier in the year the Sea of Thieves controller for the Xbox One, and something was posted up in the groups the other day, and I was like, yeah, I got this controller when it was an offer in Tesco's. Really chuffed to got it. Really chuffed to got it. And the guy said, yeah, you make quite a bit on the old DLC, don't you? I'm like, DLC? Hmm? So yeah, so we had a little conversation. So I got the DLC, a little bit of code out, and put it on eBay. And for a pirate's outfit in the ship for Sea of Thieves, I got £82 for a bit of DLC. I paid £32 for the pad. I was never going to use the code because I never really intend to play Sea of Thieves. So I was like, time to buy some Xbox One games. So I went and bought this lot. I bought Shadow of the Tomb Raider first. This was £16.60, this one. And yes, I got it home and it was in the front room for about 3 seconds. Guess where the disc is?
Pagey!
Yeah. So my daughter played it religiously, and she finished it. She absolutely loved it. She said it's definitely more of just what we've already had. And she said, well, from what you see of the reviews, there's a lot of people saying it's not really doing nothing new.
Yeah.
But if you're happy with what you had before, just an expansion, new area, but quite short.
I miss the old Tomb Raiders.
What with the proper tombs in them?
Yeah, actual raidering.
Yeah.
You know, actual tombs, and you're exploring the tombs and stuff, and solving puzzles and stuff. I miss that. This is all Uncharted, like
Uncharted with
Gear.
Lara Croft.
Uncharted with Metal Gear. You know,
with a new like face armour. I was going to say ammo then. Face camo armour. For God's sake, camouflage. And the next game is a game I wanted. I got it for £20, but now on eBay. That's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. There we go. Sparta! I don't know what they say, but you will not pass for us with our shields and our Gerard Butler impressions and so forth. And
Gerard Butler, the man with the most manly beard ever.
Yeah.
It looks like it's moulded from polystyrene. It doesn't actually look like it's actually, like, you know, made of hair.
Yeah. Yeah, he just does bad films for a living. Mind you, he does
the other good one.
He does play
the other good one.
Thingy's dad in How to Train Your Dragons. I watched number 3 tonight. It was really, really good. But anyway, back onto this. Yeah, this is a really like super RPG Assassin's Creed. Really got good length to it. Basically, exact same engine as Origins, but this one is set in Rome.
Yeah.
Get to choose between woman and bloke, whose name I can't see on the back cover, so I can't remember. But definitely going to pick her because she seemed more full of pizzazz and charisma, whereas if he was just like by the numbers soldier clone. Yes, yes. Gerard Butler.
This is Creed. What do you expect? You know.
Yeah, and apparently you can kill anyone, no matter how hard they are and what level you are, with the kick. You just run up some rocks and you kick them off the mountains and they die. Yeah. So, yes, fun.
It's supposed to be a bit game-breaking, the whole Spartan kick,
yeah. But, yeah, you fight Medusa in it. Oh, they've gone all myth again.
Yeah, there's loads of myth stuff in there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's, I believe there's Minotaurs in there as well, and a few other things.
Disc. And Season Pass, which just says to buy the Season Pass because you don't get manuals or anything like that anymore. The next game I bought isn't this one. I went and I purchased Red Dead Redemption 2. Now I've been hyped for this game for a while. I wasn't too fussed
which was one of the biggest problems.
Yeah. And it came up local. I messaged the guy, really good price for it. I can't remember, 25 I think it was. Went and picked it up and I was like, yeah, I've got this. I need to finish off. So I played with Spider-Man this month on the PS4. Really enjoyed Spider-Man. It's a really good game. The best swinging mechanics ever.
Yeah.
Definitely the best swinging mechanics ever. However, Infamous is better. Because I'm so used to the Infamous games in the cities, which is basically where Assassins is based. Spider-Man is based anyway. It was when I was done, when I hit that 16-hour mark, and I didn't do any more side stuff or DLC or anything, I was just done. But it is great. I mean, if you wanted to be Spider-Man and you want little twists on the lore and just some fun, it's a good game. It's definitely recommend. I would recommend everyone get. Anyone that's got a PS4 should own it.
There's a lot of interesting story bits and stuff like that in there. It is interesting.
But at the same time, you should go and get Infamous Second Son. Really cheap. I think it's about £8 at CEX now. Because if you enjoy Spider-Man, I promise you will enjoy Second Son even a lot more. But back to Red Dead Redemption 2. So I got all hyped up. I finished. What was I playing? Spider-Man. put Red Dead Redemption 2 in. Oh my god, 2 discs to install. And on top of that, there's like a 40 gigabyte update, 114 gigabytes.
Jesus Christ.
Where it was put in, and it was like half of a day. So it finally finished, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get my head into this. So the first night, I sat and I played it for 2.5 hours. I got to the first area, which is you're going through the snow. You first get introduced to all the characters slowly, and slowly
being a theme all the way
through. And you kind of like just do your first few missions for food and all that. So you're set for the winter to pass, and you know you've got food for your little encampment and stuff like that, and you can protect yourself. So you go out hunting, which is really irritating because if you miss that deer, it's a long bloody trek to find it. Long and slow, so slow. Walking to go and get this deer, and when you do finally get the deer, you pick it up and you slowly walk back to your horse with this deer on your shoulder. Slowly, so slowly walking back to your horse. Then you get on your horse and you make the slow journey back to your encampment. We've definitely seen a theme here. But anyway, so first 2.5 hours I did that. The next day I had a 3-hour stint. I managed to finish off all the main missions around the first encampment. The snow had gone, and so we was moving into the main area. You done your slow journey.
Yeah, we get the idea. Go on.
You didn't play it. And you finally get to make your new base. You get there, you get everyone all sorted, you get your base up and running, and then you start doing your first mission. And so your base is up and running. I'm 7 hours into the game. I'm going to do my first mission, which is basically to go to town to talk to someone, and the women are bored, so they want to come with me. So I take the women. They get into all sorts of shitty trouble, and then you have to basically like catch some dude who's trying to get away to cause you more trouble and stuff like that. And so 10 hours, finally caught the dude, finally got back to the women, finally heading back to the encampment. Now I must admit, I did spend about an hour or so walking around town, talking to people in the taverns, just generally looking around and being fucking blown away by them graphics, because Rockstar are amazing at graphics. That is one thing. And I mean, in Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360, how did they make that?
Super.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. But so I got back to my encampment. Had a sleep, did some upgrading, did some hunting, got some deer pelts, and because I shot them they were no good. Did the first mission. The first mission was to gather some debts for your guy, so you got basically a kitty. Everyone who's in this camp has to put money in the kitty for the camp to get bigger, the camp to get all that. So I went and got the first part of it. The slow, long journey to the first part. And here, this is the problem, and I was talking to Tony about it, and it's very Breath of the Wild, where in Breath of the Wild, later on in Breath of the Wild, you can have shortcuts. You can go to towers and teleport to shortcuts. There is none of that in Red Dead 2. The biggest problem is you can watch cinema mode, so you press Y, now you hold the left thumb button, I can remember what it's called, and it goes into cinema mode and it shows you your journey from different camera angles, which is cool. But when your journeys are 25 minutes each time, and it's like, if that game had shortcuts, I would have loved that. I had no issues with the first one. With the first one, I couldn't wait. And But
the thing is, though, you had no hype for the first one.
No.
You weren't expecting
no expectations at all. No. There's a lot of immediacy to the first one, which isn't
totally.
for the second one.
This is like my biggest problem with nearly all modern games, where they're taking a game and they're making it more sandboxy.
Yeah.
Is that they make it bloated. There's too much ground to cover, and it just slows everything down.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And you can counter that by checkpoints, by fast travel and stuff like that. But I see where they're going for authenticity.
Yeah.
And if I was in the frame of mind to just want to play a slow-paced game and, you know, build up slowly and everything, I would love it, but I just couldn't. So I forced myself the last 2 or 3 hours, and I was done. I just couldn't play it anymore. So I thought, stuff it, I'm going to put it on the local groups. And within a second, my buddy, Ollie, messaged me. And he said, would you swap Red Dead Redemption for this? And it took me 1 second to decide, would I swap Red Dead Redemption 2 For Resident Evil 2.
Remake.
Yes. Yeah. So
a game that I really want.
Half hour later, I was around his house swapping.
Yeah, a game I really want, but I'm not going to pay full price for it.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I'm not going to play it anytime soon. I'm actually going to wait until we get the free DLC, which has got the side stories to the other characters, like the gun shop owner and stuff. And it's all free, which is cool. All DLC for this is free. All playable DLC for this is free. EA, listen, it's free. Albeit you do have to pay for any costumes, because I love Claire's, is it Elsa name from Resident Evil 1.5, she got cut.
Oh yeah.
There's an outfit for a certain character, because it wasn't originally Claire in the original Resident Evil 2, it was something else before they restarted.
It was like a bike gear sort of thing.
Yeah,
cool.
Elsa or Elisa or something like that. And it's really cool, and it's £2.79, and it's cosmetic, but I will buy it because it just looks really cool. But yeah, and I never got around to playing the one-shot demo, but Troy came round and played it, and we watched him play it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to play that sometime.
Yeah. I've seen people play this. I've seen like playthroughs of it. I haven't watched all of it. I watched like about 45 minutes or so, and it was just enough to sort of say, yeah, I really want.
Yeah, she was messaging me one
day
saying, I really want Resident Evil.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
it's so dynamic. Is the thing? It's so dynamic.
Yeah.
And it is kind of annoying that to make a good Resident Evil game they have to remake the old ones. Because they can't seem to do new ones very well. Revelations was good, but the boat, the actual swimming stuff in the boat, that fucking sucks.
Go down under the crates. And
really fucking sucks.
Just hit the side and slowly
that
turn angles.
That just stopped me from playing. I got to the swimming bits. I did a few. I kept doing a few more, and then I just gave up. I was just fuck it. Fuck it! I'm not doing it anymore.
I mean, I finished both of them, and I did enjoy it, and I did enjoy them, but they were tedious, especially near the end when you have to go back through that place, and it's even slower because there's more stuff in the way. But for this, I really am looking forward to playing. I mean, there's complaints how Leon and Claire don't look like they used to. It's a game.
You just get the other fucking costumes.
Yeah, true. You can get the other costumes.
You just get the RPG.
I mean, that's pretty cool because Claire's also got like noir style one. It's really cool.
It goes for Leon having a typewriter gun in Resident Evil 4. In Resident Evil 4,
and typewriters. You don't need weapons anymore for typewriters.
Oh, unless you're playing hardcore mode.
Yeah, and also you can constantly keep upgrading how many slots you've got to put stuff. I mean, I think it's like 8 in total, so you can have like 16 to 20. So yeah, but yeah, I was well chuffed to get this for Red Dead Redemption. I mean, they say you can, if you play it slowly, it's about a 10-hour game.
Yeah.
And you got you got 2 scenarios of each, and then they open up scenario B for each character, don't they? So there's quite a lot of content there.
And people are speedrunning it in about an hour.
Yeah. But the thing, I recently, it was last year, near the end of last year, I played through the remake of Resident Evil 1 for the first time. I freaking enjoyed that, and I love that shark, that big shark. I freaking love that. I really love the game. I'm really chuffed to get it.
The biggest problem with Resident Evil Remake, the first one, is the controls really do kind of bring it down.
They hinder it a little bit, because when your cameras click, if you still hold them with the new controls in one direction, you're fine. But as soon as your brain thinks, oh, I should adjust it different, how you do that, then you just walk around, you go back through the screen, and the screen reverts. And you're like,
well, you need the tank. You need to play it tank, but it still feels clunky and But it's still a much better proposition than playing the original version of Resident Evil 1. So.
Yeah. I remember the day seeing the first time I saw that fucking dog jumping through that window. Oh, no shit, myself.
Everybody did.
And the tension you just felt, especially when I first saw the tyrant. I was like, oh my god. That was a long time ago.
It was indeed.
Yeah, and I picked up a couple of oldies this month. Everyone knows I'm going for a loving Mortal Kombat moment. Master System had sold a lot of consoles, so they decided to release Mortal Kombat 1 on the Master System as well. Now, basically, these are the Game Gear game versions, because I think, from what I read, they did the Game Gear versions and they just put them on the Master System. But this plays okay. It doesn't play too bad. I was able to get up to Goro, and fuck knows how you could possibly beat Goro in this game. They dropped one character for it. The biggest issue this has got is, while it's definitely playable, I found it definitely 100% playable. It's 2 buttons. There's no reptile. They took... Fucking hell. They took Kano out. But yeah, I still think it plays okay. Oh, also, you need the gore code for this. and I couldn't even find it on Google. It's like, because they're on the Mega Drive, I remember it as a ABBABC.
You use Dullard code.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
The Dullard code.
But there's one for this, and you've got to remember, as soon as you put the Master System on, because I play it via the Master System converter, I'm still using Mega Drive pad. The code, I don't know. 1 2 2 2 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 up up down down. But no, couldn't get to it. Anyway, I moved on and I purchased Mortal Kombat 2, which I tell you what, you can pull off the special moves in this. You cannot, for the life of you, pull off hardly any special moves in that. I didn't get a chance to do fucking fatalities because I didn't.
It is a better game.
Yeah, it's definitely
than the first one was. By quite a lot of margin. The graphics and stuff are all quite impressive, but it does just again come down to why the fuck would you want to play it on the Master System?
Yeah, if you could play it in anything else, definitely. Again, but I say with this one definitely plays better than that. I was using Melina because Melina's like my favourite character at the moment. First of all, they chopped it down to 8 characters. I didn't get nowhere near Shao Kahn. I don't even know if Montaro's in the game. I didn't get that far. I just got my ass kicked. But the first thing I noticed, Shao Kahn there he is that when I was doing the moves, every single time they were being pulled off. When I jumped, the jumps was moved. There's a bit more animation. However, I mean, I will also eventually get Mortal Kombat 3 in Master System because I'm going to own every Mortal Kombat game on the planet. But Mortal Kombat 3 on the Master System is by Tectoy, and Tectoy is the Brazilian company, and it is
very expensive.
But I'll say, if you do get a choice to get a cart only, definitely go for number 2. If you decide you want to play something on your Master System, and not via emulator, via cart, get this, because from CEX the cart is only £6, whereas if the cart for that is £8. And this is the better of the 2 games. And you really feel like, there's no gore code, you really do feel like, hang on, there's no gore code. I think we've got 2 backgrounds in that game, and in this one we have, it's either 6 or 4 backgrounds. But yeah, I mean, it's got like the pit fatality with your uppercut, and it hasn't got the one where you can knock them off it. But yeah, it's alright. My next pickups are Mortal Kombat. Well, basically Mortal Kombat Complete Edition on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. But I'm going to talk about the PS3 version. So I picked this up, and you want to get the Complete Edition because with the Complete Editions, not only do you get all the characters that came with them, you get all the unlockable costumes. And so the Melina costume, which you have to do all 200 levels on the tower. And some of them are like, kill Jax with only one certain type of special move, but if you sweep, you instantly lose the round. Or if you stand up, you lose the round. Beat this character of only... I'm lucky enough, on the 360 version, I managed to have my save from the cloud, because when I sold my 360, when I stopped using my 360, I uploaded all my saves to the cloud. And I had most of it unlocked, and somehow I got to level 47 on the cloud, on the tower. Oh fuck that! It's like 7 characters, and I had like that much power to beat them. So no, so people that did that deserve a reward. However, completing 200 characters, you unlock a costume for Melina. It's Melina in a like mummy outfit, which is pretty cool. But you buy this version, and she's already unlocked. But the other reason to get this version for me was that I was unaware of, or had heard of, not really paid attention, in the times that Kratos was in it.
Yeah,
and oh my god,
it's awesome.
He so suits Mortal Kombat. I mean, Ed Boon said they approached Microsoft as well as put an exclusive character in it, but they were like, oh no, we don't want to hurt our Master Chief or our...
Microsoft doesn't really have any characters they can actually use at the time.
Well, they wanted either a Gears character or the Chief, and Microsoft were like, no, you're not killing our characters, so that was it. But Sony were like, yay, yes, use Kratos, and he fits in this world so much. I had a playthrough with Kratos, and I just felt like I was using a Mortal Kombat character. He was so good. Everything about him plays perfectly. Even his fatalities are so cool. It's so weird playing old Kratos there with that beard. Because after playing through God of War...
young Kratos.
Young Kratos. But old in terms of games released. Yeah. It's just so weird seeing him like that now. And, yeah. Really, really, really good game. So I'm playing through the story mode. So I intend to play through the story mode on this and then X before 11 comes out, because I'm really fanboy hyped up for number 11 to come out this year. And going through all the old characters, and one of the characters that surprised this, that I never really knew much but I didn't play much, is Scarlet. And she's in number 11, so I was kind of like tried to play through her in like tower mode in this, and just forget it, because Shao Kahn is... But she's so cool. There's no one else like her in Mortal Kombat. Just awesome. I say awesome, plays great, and it was quite funny because me and Tony were chatting the other day, And when we talk about, because we're both playing PS3 games at the moment. And he says, yeah, you kind of forget how light the PS3 pad is. And he goes, yeah, me too. Mine's a dual shock. His is a 6-axis, so his is like a paperclip. Yeah, but it's so strange, isn't it? It's just the pads.
Yeah.
It just you pick up your Xbox or your PlayStation pads, you've got some meat to them. Yeah. But this, I mean, this is like a £20 game on eBay now, and I got it from CX when it's 12. Obviously, everything's shooting up because of the hype for Mortal Kombat 11. Hey, it's why I got back into Mortal Kombat, and literally, I have not stopped playing Mortal Kombat this year. I got into it via the phone, and yeah, as you can tell from my monthly pickups, I'm addicted to everything. And my last bunch of pickups, there's going to be no game footage of this stuff, but I take my mum out every Sunday, because it's like a...
Because he's a good son.
I'm a good son. Because she buys me toys and games for Christmas. And on the way back from one of our journeys, and basically we was going to this restaurant, and the mum saw someone's having a garage sale. So we'll go there on the way back. So we went to a restaurant, had our food, had a look around, oh lovely, gosh, tea. They didn't have the crumpets though. On the way back, we went into the garage sale, and the first thing I noticed in this guy's garage sale, I mean, this guy's house was massive, okay? So basically, the whole bottom half of the house was 2 sizes of a normal council house, and we're talking about old style houses, and they're huge in the UK. It was just a garage, and the top floor was just all this glass with this like deluxe. You know, we're going to sit and watch the sun come up and all that sort of stuff. And it would have been so cool if it would have had like the fire hydrant from Ghostbusters, so he could have like spun down and come. The old guy came downstairs as we were walking in, and the first thing we noticed, I mean, he had all stuff in boxes around it, but he had like a Porsche. He had like one of the, remember the really small Mercedes cars, that like the electrical size cars of today. Yeah. He had one of them, and he had models of them. They were all for sale for like 40 grand. Not really what you sell in a garage sale, but he had boxes of stuff. And in this one box, I noticed some old style games. And I kind of like, so how much is this lot? And he says, oh, about £2 each. And I'm like, oh. I said, well, I'm not really. I can't play them. And I was just going to buy from Nostalgia because of the artwork on them. And he says, oh, okay, then how many do you want? So I said, I'll take everything for a tenner. And he said, yeah. And it is purely for nostalgia, because I bought these. There's no way I'm going to buy, because I do not own, and I would not go through the hassle of getting these games to work. And some of these games, I swear, have not even been opened or used. And all these games are for the Spectrum. And let's go through them really quickly. I've got, see if you know any of them. Dragons of Flame.
Yeah, played it. I actually played it on the Amiga though. I think it was Amiga.
Yeah.
I like it. It's the fact that it's like a budget game and it's like $3.99. You know, I remember them. They were like £1.20. You know?
Yeah, they're 99p. Some of them. I mean that one, yeah, but a lot of these were 99p, or you could have ones with 2 sides on that were $1.99, like House Computers. Speed Kings 2. Look, tapes. I mean, seriously, tapes. So none of these are getting to my point of what I wanted to say, but we'll get there eventually. Heroes of the Lance.
More Dungeons and Dragons. Lady Thompson Super Test, I got that.
Yeah. This is such a cool game.
When you really wanted track and field, but you couldn't actually have it, you played this part of shit.
Cheetah 125.
Yeah, you played this part of shit.
And broke your Cheetah 125.
But the thing is, once you broke your Cheetah 125, it was actually easier to turn.
It was a lot better. So. The trigger thing you could break quite easily as well. But I literally opened mine up and I just filled the whole thing up with glue and put it back in, and it worked. I did not know this came out on the Mega Drive, Spectrum, and that is Forgotten Worlds.
I think honestly almost everything came out on the Spectrum, to be honest.
It's the answer to the never-ending story.
Which is weird because it's an ocean game and it's in a small case.
Dan Dare!
Bit of eagle action there. I actually remember...
Oh my god, Terra Cresta, I didn't even notice this one, that's cool.
I remember like every single game you got here, you know. I don't want to, they're traumatic times of Dark Ages.
Green Beret!
Russian Attack.
No idea what this
Head Over Hills.
Head Over Hills, you never played this one? Game for Simon if you had a Spectrum, no doubt. Super Bowl.
Never played it,
no.
Never played it.
Devious. Yeah, look at those graphics. Yeah, come on, can't defeat them. What do we have here? We have
Shockwave Rider.
Yay.
Stallone Cobra. I actually got that on my movie, whatever it was, pack.
Oh my god, yeah, the big case in the big card case. Light Force! Express Raiders, because they raid the Express from day to east.
Okay, game conversion.
Okay, let's do that one last. Oh no, we'll do that one last. Yeah. Masters of the Universe. He-Man. I mean, these in the days, these were the expensive, like $3-4.99 games, weren't they?
No, they're about £8, dude.
Oh, these were eight.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, $7.99.
£8.
These were the games that I dreamed of owning, yet I only ever owned one.
Yeah.
It's in the wrong way. Star Wars.
Yeah, these are your big box ones. These are about £8.
It's a football one, isn't it? Yeah. The Great Escape.
No, it's not football.
Ain't it?
No, The Great Escape isn't football.
What's the football one in the film then? They had Pele in it.
Not The Great Escape.
Sylvester Stallone in goal.
I don't. It's not The Great Escape. Great Escape was Steve, what's his face, getting all tied up on with the Triumph on the barbed wire, and Cowley from The Professionals getting away on the train.
1942, which I never had on the Spectrum.
Escape to Victory.
Yeah, cool. Well done, 10 points. And I'm sure the Mega Drive didn't have these graphics because Mega Drive Spectrum, because they look too good. Because I remember having a Spectrum and playing lots of games. And to go on to my Burst of Everything Out run, great fun game. I mean, you do a level, you press play to load the next level. You wait about.
Don't you actually get a soundtrack with that?
3 minutes. There's two. Let's have a look. Yeah, stuff. It's got stuff. Well, one's 48k, one's 48, and one's 280k. No, they're both that.
They're both that.
So I did know. But we get like a
little fold out doohickey.
Doubly fold out doohickey.
Oh, excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Do you think that offer still stands?
I don't think so.
Should we send off and see what happens?
Yeah.
For $6.95 you can get that T-shirt. Oh, that's a cool T-shirt. Did I show it to the camera? I can't remember. £6.95 you can get that T-shirt. And the last game. The reason I left this game till last, because this is why I bought this lot. When Lighthouse Computers in our local town had this in, I had him put this by for me for about 8.5 months. He wasn't happy, but the reason purely was that I never got enough pocket money to buy one of these games. And I had to have job around the house, wash the car, cut the grass, proper, you know...
paint the fence, wax the floor.
Yeah. You know, jobs when people like, when we were younger, we had to do jobs, we had to do chores around the house, not play on our iPads all day, you know. And I worked my frickin' arse off to get this game, and when it was quite weird, because I think Mum said I could have this for Christmas, but it was about October time, and I know the real reason was because she had a really big win at bingo. She says, come on, take me to the computer shop, and it was pocket money day, so I thought, oh cool, pick a 99p or a 199 game. And she went up to the man and said, you got that game for him? And that was Bubble Bobble! The thing is...
it would have been out on budget by the time you actually got it.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh, there is no way that there is the Spectrum version. No way in hell. I don't know what version that is, but that ain't the Spectrum version. Because the Spectrum version, they were all outlines of the characters. However, I had this game for a long time, because we all did the double taping. Shh! And I got it from Duncan as soon as it came out. And I used to have to play it with my mate Mark when we used to go in his Mark III Mark III Spectrum. Bloody hell! But +3, yeah. But every time we got to a certain point, we had to push the lead in a bit more to get it to load. We figured it out, and then we had the same problem with Guerrilla War. But we've got to say, yeah, my memories of this game was great. It's so slow, but the music, it wasn't as good as the arcade, but they got the music right. And it was just like heaven. And actually owning the official product, even though I got this, I still think I just used my tape recorder one, but I always wanted to own this. The thing is, when I got this, it was literally a few months after getting this. I sold my Spectrum, I sold everything. I was just done. I sold a lot, I got about £100 from a Spectrum and I must have had 200 or 300 games. Yeah. And that was my exit from gaming until I got the Atari Lynx for a long, long time. Was I got £10 for that. I paid £10 for that lot. And that was just a rundown memory lane, and it's seeing them games again was really
it's cool just for pilot attack.
Yeah, it's for pilot attack. As I say, there's no way if I went to play Bubble on the Spectrum, I'd get an emulator because I ain't sitting through those 5 hours of.
If you want to play Bubble, there's like way better versions.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You would literally put it on for nostalgia's reason. Yeah. You would play it for 2 minutes and go, okay, I'm just.
It's about level 5, I reckon. Level 5 seems to be
about 2 minutes or so, and then you go and play something else. You know, you'd play a decent version.
I really don't think there is a version of Bubble out that I haven't played. I mean, so when Mark, who spent most of the time as a kid, when his dad got a new machine, the first thing we always bought was, if it was bad, what version of Bubble was. Bubble on the Amiga, Bubble on the, I don't think it ever came out on the Dragon. I'm sure it didn't come out on the Dragon.
I think so.
Bubble on the PC, and yeah, later on the consoles and so forth. But yeah, that's my little trip down nostalgia, and my nostalgia lane, and my Mortal Kombat fetish. Fed for another month. Anyway guys, that is me done for January. Hope you enjoyed the video. Say hello, or write down below.
Stick it down below.
Stick it down below and say hi-ho. Take care guys, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.